everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another December daily. This is December 3rd. I am a little bit behind, but I'm not stressing over it. I'm just going to do whatever I can do, and hopefully I'll be able to catch up someday. Uh, the thing is this weekend my son had a hockey tournament, so that is coming first. So we're at the hockey rink a lot, and they made the semifinals. So tomorrow we're going to be at the hockey rink all day again. So this, like I said, was December 3rd, and on December 3rd, we decided to go to the movies. We had wanted to go see Catching Fire, Hunger Games, since it had come out on November 21st, I think it was, and we were always unable to go. So that Tuesday I just said, okay, we're just going to go. And in the morning, I had my grandson, so I took a few pictures of my grandson, and he just got two little teeth coming out. So the big 4x6, you can really see his teeth, and it's so cute. And then the other picture right above that, he loves to be tickled. Like, he'll take your hand and put it on his stomach so you can tickle him. And then he just, like, the picture you can see there, he's just squirming, and he puts his hands together by his face, and he just laughs. He just loves it. He loves to giggle and stuff. And then there's two pictures of the movie Hunger Games, and then a couple of pictures inside the theater. And it was super dark, and I didn't have my iPhone 5, so I don't know how well the iPhone 5 would have taken pictures, but the iPhone 4, they just not very good. But you know what? I don't mind. I still want that memory in there, so I'm just going to put the pictures. So I dug through, my supplies that I had put aside for my December daily, and this time I decided to go with green and red. So I just pulled a whole bunch of cards that had green and red, and then some of the cards had a little bit of pink in it. And then I had a couple of scraps that was actually from the July Valley High kit, from one of the branding strips at the bottom of a page, and it was a nice red and white stripe, so it looked like candy cane, so I wanted to use on this page. So I had two of those strips. I pulled them aside, and I'm going to use them on this page. And there was a lot of transparencies that were from the chic tags. I just got my October Afternoon Santa Sack number 4, and you're going to see me pull it in here in a minute. I'm going to have the Merry and Bright Tidbits, and I'm going to pull a lot of stuff from there. A lot of stuff is from the pattern paper that I've already cut down to 4x6. And that's my personal little cutter. It is from Creative Memories. I don't believe they are in operation anymore. I think somebody else bought them out, but I think you can still get this cutter on eBay. And I've had mine for, I'd say 8 years, and it still cuts like the first day when I got it. I love it. The only time I use it is for pictures. I think one time I used it for paper, and it might have been for one of these videos, but I strictly use it for my pictures, and it cuts wonderfully. And now I didn't want the pictures to be 3x4. I want them to be a little smaller, so I've cut them down. I really didn't measure any of the pictures. I just cut it down so that you could see the background of the pattern paper a little bit. And now I have one of the flags that says love. I'm looking for a background for it, and I find this little flag that was from the Make It Memory banners, but I'm going to put something else eventually in behind because it's not sticking out enough. Now I know I want to put something in behind that picture of Katniss, so I'm looking for some pattern papers, because the one that was already cut up, there was none that I really liked. So I found this one from one of the pattern papers that I had pulled aside for my kit. And I think it was from Cartabella. So this is Christmas. And then the back side was a nice red, so I'm going to use it as a mat for that top 4x6 card. And I'm going to end up putting a picture there too of my grandson. And this is the tidbits from the Make It Merry collection that I got in my October afternoon Santa Sack number 4. And that video is going to be up today also. I did the haul for that. So now I'm just looking at those tidbits, trying to see, you know, what else I could put on this layout. And I'm actually going to use quite a bit of them. Also looking for a tag that I can put in behind that transparency. And I just want to put his name and his age. So I'm just looking for something I can stick in behind. And there's a nice little tag in there that's perfect. So I'm going to glue one on top of the other like that. And then I also have a little banner there that says Believe. And I'm going to glue that on with that cluster. So I'm going through a lot of my chipboard, a lot of my stickers. I'm trying to use up as many things, you know, as I possibly can between the layouts. I think I'm just going to do the 25 days of Christmas. I might do day 26 because we're still going to be at my mom's. So I might do that. So what I want to do is I was looking for a backing for that little pocket with the little heart. So I took the packaging that the tidbits came in, and I'm going to use that up and cut it apart. So I'm going to use that backing for in behind the other little flag that says love. So I'm going to cut it so that it goes around that banner. And it's going to make a background for that banner too. And it's a nice grid. So it goes really well. So once I feel like I have enough stuff, then I'm going to start gluing everything down. Now I'm going to take that photo of me and my hubby inside the theater. And I'm going to staple that little tab that says together. And then I'm going to glue those stripes of pattern paper down. And like I said, it just reminded me of candy cane. And then I'm going to build that little cluster with the heart. And then there was a couple of chipboard pieces that were photo corners, and I'm going to put one at the top left and one at the bottom right. Sorry, I just got a text. And then I'm going to glue everything down to that 4x6 card, and I'm almost at the end of my ATG tape, and it always gives me issues when I get to the bottom of the roll. So I'm going to be struggling with that for a bit. And I know I want to put a little piece of, it was just a little piece of pattern paper, and it has little candy canes on it. It's so cute. It's a very small detail, but it's real cute. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue, and I'm going to stick it in behind the photo. And that card, you know, is basically done for now. And now I'm going to move on to the next photo, and I'm going to start gluing everything down. And basically on that little journaling card I'm doing is putting his name and how many months he was, because he was born on the 1st. So on the 3rd he had basically, you know, had just turned 10 months. So I just want to journal on that little label that he was 10 months. And I'm going to put that little flag that says Believe. And I was looking to see if I could put some of that ribbon on this photo, and I couldn't find it. I couldn't find any place for it to, you know, fit on the page too well. So I just moved on to the next one. And then I thought it would look cute right underneath that little heart. And I'm going to make a little banner. And I'm going to cut the little tails out. And then I'm going to stick it down. And then I'm going to put a little piece of Stampin' Up! Dimensional just so that it kind of keeps the end of the banner sticking up. And now I'm going to move on to the next card. And I have to say, like, the whole project lifestyle was really daunting to me. And I think that's why I just kept thinking, oh, next week. And before you know it, it was really late in the year. And then I was like, well, I don't think I want to do it anymore because it's so late. But my whole reasoning for doing December daily project lifestyle was so that I could start in January. And then to do 2 pages a week won't feel like that much after doing, like 25 pages for December. So, and by all means, I'm not perfect at it at all. I have a long ways to go, but I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable. Not a whole lot. Like I still, at this point, would rather sit down and work on a scrapbook layout. It's more my comfort zone. But I'm getting there. I'm getting to the point where I'm enjoying to do these little pages, I call them, because to me, it's like every single little pocket is a little page on its own. And once you choose that color combination that you want to go with, it's awesome. Like you just go from there because then you just go on with that color combo. And that's what I'm trying to do. Every time I sit down, it's like, okay, what color combo am I going to do? And go from there. And it seems to be helping me along a whole lot more. Now I'm going to work on that bottom left little card. And on that card, I put a little tag that says Simply Magical. And then it's a little flag, a little ticket right on the bottom. And then I'm also going to put a ticket on top of the photo and the word today. And the funny thing is, because Empire Theater got bought out by Cineplex, and we had Empire Theater gift cards, and we had $75 worth of gift cards. So we're like, okay, we're just going to go because you had X amount of months to use them, and we wanted to see that movie anyway. So anyway, we get at the movies, not even realizing it was cheap night. It totally didn't plan it. It was spur of the moment. Let's just go tonight. We got a minute. Let's just do it. So we get at the counter, and for 4 of us, it was like $26. And we're like, what? Because we were expecting a whole lot more. So then we had like $50 left on this gift card. So when we got to the popcorn and the pop, anyway, we got to the counter and it was like $57. So we got a whole bunch. Well, it wasn't actually, we would have gotten a whole lot more at the grocery store, if you know what I mean, because it's stinking expensive in movie theater, but we still had a lot. And so the kids really thought that was fun. So I kept the receipt and everything, and I'm going to try and make a little envelope maybe behind the Katniss card. I'm going to make a little pocket in there, and I'm going to put one of the tickets, movie tickets, and the receipt for the canteen, just to show how much we spent that night. I mean, it was gift cards, and we didn't know if we were going to be able to go before it expired. So it was just fun just not to worry about that. So now I'm going to work on that top left card. And I have a little banner that says, remember this. The other photo corner is going to be on that corner. There was a little peppermint die cut, and I'm going to put that at the top right. And then this is where I decide, you know what, I want to put a photo there. So I took another photo of my grandson, and it was the beginning of when I was tickling him and his arms were open, and then he squeezes them together, and it's just cute the way he does that, little finger sticking up in the air. And Then I want to put another piece of that glitter tape, and I cut it into the shape of a banner also. I'm going to put some foam tape in behind that little peppermint candy and glue that right there. Now I know I want to put the date. Of course, the number 3 that came with the Scraptastic kit was yellow, so it totally didn't fit this motif whatsoever. I never even thought, but I had one from Chic Tags, I believe, that was red. I could have used that, but I forgot, so I decided I was just going to write it out with some October Afternoon mini markets, and they're called Chalk and Slate. And I'm going to try it out on, I couldn't find my wax paper, so I just took a piece of plastic from one of the, it was a package that I took something out of. And then I realized that that piece of pattern paper is just a little, or that strip is just a little too small. And I have a full strip left, so I'm going to measure it up, and then I'm going to cut it a little bigger. And then I'm going to place the letters, and I'm going to place them about halfway up that strip so that you can still see that red candy cane paper, I guess you could say. And then I'm just going to spell out December 3rd. And then I'm going to move on to another card. So that's the way I'm doing the same thing as I do with my scrapbook page. Is basically once I choose my color scheme, I just throw all the embellishments in the middle of the page, and then I start with the pattern papers and where my photos are going to go, and from there I just go with it and then start moving the embellishments. I'm going to round my corners with my 3/8 crocodile. It's not crocodile. It's We Are Memory Keeper punches. And it's a 3/8 punch. It's one of their latest ones. I'm going to add a few enamel dots around the layout. And the page is basically done. I'm going to add a little bit of journaling in that one. I just put, he loves it when we tickle him. He will grab our hand and put it on his stomach so that we can, tickle him. And then that one there, I just put best movie. And then right now I'm just put that we bought $57 worth of junk. And the other one, I just put that we wanted to see this movie since it came out, but always not able to make it. Today, I just called hubby and said, let's just go tonight and have fun. And we loved it. When we got out of the movie theater, it was pouring rain, like coming down in buckets. It was just awful, but we had to run to the vehicles, and they were parked. Of course, it was packed, so we were parked at the other side of the parking lot, and we got all soaking wet. I guess it was better than snow, but it was still not much fun. So now I'm going to show you a quick little close-up of each little card. And that's it. Oh, and then I took some pictures too, and I found a way to take a picture. I just glue it to my background paper that I drew out on. I just glue it with temporary adhesive, and then I'm able to take pictures so that it's easier to photograph, because inside the page protector it's too much glare. So that's it. The page is done. So thanks for watching. Bye.